what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Wow, it is really early in the morning and I'm still trying to wake up. I haven't had coffee, so this video is gonna go great. Okay, so today I wanted to bring a very fall time. Wow, still waking up, okay. Today I wanted to bring you guys something fall-esque, but I'm in my dark room and it's early and this is as good as it's gonna get, okay? So I wanted to talk about movies and films and TV because it's something that I do a lot of. I watch a lot of stuff and I wanted to make a list of 10 of my favorite TV shows to watch in the fall time. Disclaimer, this is a very subjective video, okay? We all have our own lists. This is just my list. Take it or leave it. Let's get started. Let's get the classic, the cliche ones out of the way because obviously they made my list. Let's start with number 1, Gilmore Girls. Duh, okay, duh. Obviously Gilmore Girls is on my list. I've seen every season like 10 times back and forth. Gilmore Girls is amazing. Could you watch it any time during the year? Of course you could. Of course you could. But it screams fall. I feel like Stars Hollow is the essence of what I wish and think fall is. So yeah, Gilmore Girls is obviously going to be on this list. I feel like everybody and their mother has seen Gilmore Girls, so I don't really need to get into it, but yeah, Gilmore Girls, if you haven't watched it, get on it. The real question is it Dean, Jess, or Logan? Okay, number 2. And by the way, these are in no specific order. I'm just reading them how I wrote them. I'm so prepared. Gossip Girl. Gossip Girl is such a great show to watch in the fall time. I feel like in New York, I feel like the fashion is so good in this show and they wear so many layers usually and a lot of headbands and sweaters that this screams fall. I always find myself watching Gossip Girl in the fall time. Number 3, like I said, we're getting the cliche ones out of the way. Friends. I don't know, like let me know in the comments below if Friends seems like a fall time show. To me, it does because they're always drinking coffee. Can you drink coffee in the summer? You can, but I always want warm coffee in the fall, and I feel like I don't know, the whole essence of it, the whole clothing, the whole aesthetic of it, it's totally fall. So Friends obviously made the list. Okay, so number 4, I feel like this is my last cliche one, is Friday Night Lights. I needed to put a football show on here. Friday Night Lights was probably my favorite one. I surprisingly really liked Friday Night Lights. I didn't watch it when it came out. I watched it probably like 2 years ago, and I actually thoroughly enjoyed this show. I feel like all the ones that I just listed, like Gilmore Girls, Gossip Girl, Friends, and now Friday Night Lights, those are shows that you can kind of probably, maybe not, have seen already, so you can do stuff, you can cook, you can plan, you can do other fall things, carve pumpkins, I don't know, what do people do in the fall? And you can have those playing on in the background. Those are those kind of shows, right? Because we've probably already seen them, we probably know what they're about, but they're probably just on in the background. So those are great fall shows. Friday Night Lights is incredible. I do really like it, and I probably will rewatch it because it's been a couple years since I've seen it. So Friday Night Lights, football, it's fall, it's great, it's fun. Watch it if you haven't. Okay, so moving on to some of my personal favorites that I've just like grown with and had like some nostalgic times with. Number 5, I have Skins. I don't even know if Skins is technically like a great fall time show, and I feel like people probably wouldn't associate fall time with Skins, but I don't know if I watched it in the fall time or what, but Skins screams fall to me. I don't know why. I don't have a great explanation because it takes place in Europe, in London, England, whatever, and it just, I don't know, maybe it's because people wear coats more or what, but I associate Skins with fall time. So Skins made the list. I'm not expecting a lot of people to agree with that. If you've never seen Skins, it's super duper amazing, and I love how they go through each season. So essentially they're not seasons, what are they called? Each generation, I think they are, is 2 seasons. So like season 1 and 2 are like a specific generation of cast and crew and characters, and then season 2 is like 2 more seasons, but it's a new cast and it's so great and new stories and whatever and so on. And it's just about a group of kids. It's about a group of kids who go to school and college eventually, I think, and they just live life, and their lives are really fucked up, and they can swear and they can have sex, and it's not a US show, so they can do so much more. Does that make sense? And I don't know, I grew up with Skins, and I feel like it is one show that I love, and I always go back to in the fall time. So if you haven't seen Skins, give it a try. So much nostalgia for Skins. I absolutely love it. Number 6, I have The Haunting of Hill House. So The Haunting of Hill House is a scary, it's a scary Netflix original. I think it came out last year. I know it came out last year because I still have nightmares about it. I don't love scary things. Scary things are not my jam, but The Haunting of Hill House I thought it was absolutely incredible. It scared me so much, but I could not stop watching it. I was like, what the heck is happening? This is so scary. Lock the doors. It doesn't even matter if you lock the doors because it's still scary. I think this is such a great show, and if you want to feel a little spooked, watch it. Essentially what it is about is a family who moves into a home, and the family's a little interesting and crazy at the same time, and the house is haunted, but then it kind of fast forwards to the kids being grown-ups and how they are dealing with their childhood traumas. Was that a good description? I didn't look that up. Was that good or was that bad? Anyways, if you are into scarier things, I would give this one a watch. If you absolutely hate scary things, you're not going to want to watch this one, no way. But I'm like right in the middle where I like scary things, but like not too many scary things. So that was like the one and done scary thing for my Halloween season. The Haunting of Hill House. So good. I hope Netflix comes out with something similar that is just as good because I'm kind of craving a new story, but if you haven't seen it, it's so good. So for 7, I have Girls. This is super subjective because I feel like Girls in general could also be like a very summer vibe. Girls is just about a group of girls and a couple guys and their lives in New York City. Sounds like Friends, I know, but it's more real life situations that are funny, but then have an underline of darkness, and the music's really good, and it's just an aesthetically pleasing show. I really like it, and I associate it with fall time. So yeah, Girls is definitely a favorite, and it is one that I will for sure / kind of already have been watching. Number 8 is a new one for me. So last week, was it last week? Oh, I did binge this series. Last week I started Fleabag. It's fall time, so I'm gonna associate Fleabag now and forever as a fall time show. Fleabag is incredible. So it's essentially 6 episodes. I guess they have 2 seasons now, so each season is gonna be 6 episodes, I think, unless they change that. But it's just about a woman who is going through life in London, and yeah, you find out she has past traumas, as we all do, and you're trying to figure out what they are, why things happened, and they have 2 seasons. It's currently on Amazon Prime. I don't think you can get it anywhere else. I could be wrong about that. I watched the trailer for this months ago, and I was like, it looks good, but like, I don't know, I don't know. And then I just like ended up watching it one day, and I was done with the season. I was done with season 1 within like a couple hours. And then I decided I needed to watch season 2. I prefer season 2 to season 1. Season 1 is absolutely great. Season 2 is absolutely, I've already rewatched it. It's funny, it's sad, and it's like there's a lot of sexual tension, which is great. And I feel like there's a lot of people in coats, and it's fall-esque. So if you haven't watched Fleabag, I would definitely give it a try. It's not too long. It's 6 episodes, and each episode's like 25 minutes or so. So it's so good. Watch Fleabag. Absolutely loved it. It's a great fall time show. Okay, moving on. Okay, so my 9th one is Outlander. I grew extremely obsessed with Outlander the minute I saw it. My mom turned me on to it, and I started watching it in the summer, and I needed to stop because I did binge watch it, but I also really wanted to watch it in the fall time, and I knew that I wanted that because it's such a cold show. It's not a great summer show, I don't think, but it's really great for the fall because it's cold and it takes place in Scotland. Essentially, if you're not familiar with the storyline, I feel like I came onto it very late. There's already a huge cult following. Most people already know what it is, but I did not. It takes place in like the 1700s, 1800s, and up. Maybe even sooner than that. It's interesting because it is a sci-fi period piece. what a mouthful. It's really good. It's essentially about a girl who goes to these stones. She travels through time and finds herself from, I think she initially was in like the 1940s, and she backtracks all the way to like the 1700s, 1800s, and it's a love story, and then it's like a war story, and I feel like this is the first piece of TV that I've watched and learned like a lot of history about. I'm not a huge history buff, it's not my thing, but I find myself wanting to learn more and more about history, especially like the Scottish history and the English history and like all that when I watch this. So it's so good, and I feel like now is a perfect time for the show because it's cold, and this show is cold, but then it's warm and fuzzy, and there's sweet parts of it, and then there's really sad parts. It's a little gory, but it's a mixture of things, and if you're not familiar with it, although I'm sure you are, give it a try. Outlander, all the seasons so far that I've seen are very good. Okay, let's move on to the last one. So number 10 I put as My So-Called Life. I grew up with My So-Called Life. If you're not familiar with the show, it only ran one season. I think they tried to make a remake of it, haven't given it a try, but the first season, the only season, RIP, is incredible. It's something that I watch over and over again. Like I said, I grew up with the show. It is a 1990s show, and Claire Danes is the amazing lead, and then Jared Leto pops in, and then you have other side characters that are great too, and it's just about a girl who goes through high school who is a little angsty and a little sad and a little depressed and a little confused and happy, and is trying to figure out boys, and it's super nostalgic to me. It's a show that I grew up with. If you guys have seen My So-Called Life, give this video a thumbs up. I feel like not a lot of people have, but at the same time I feel like it does kind of have a weird cult following, and I believe you can watch it on Netflix, don't quote me on that, but it's an incredible show, and it's so 90s, and I absolutely love it. Okay, you guys, that kind of completes this video. I hope that you liked it. I know that this is a very subjective video, so please comment below on shows that you think that I missed, because I know I missed a lot, but I wanted to narrow it down to 10 that are my favorite. What are some of your favorites? I know when I read the comments, I'm gonna be like, oh fuck, I totally missed the mark on this. But I'm curious to know, during fall time, what are your favorite TV shows? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure if you liked this video to give it a thumbs up. It totally helps my channel out. Subscribe if you aren't already. Make sure to put the little bell notifications on, because that will just alert you when my videos come up. And yeah, anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Okay, bye!